Hello, good people of the internet. Let me tell you about the magical phenomenon that occurs in Canada when the polar vortex decides to drop by. Now, you might think a polar vortex sounds like the villain in a superhero movie, but in Canada, we treat it like a guest of honor at the winter party. First of all, when the polar vortex hits, you know it's time to bust out the winter wardrobe. We Canadians have been waiting all year to show off our extensive collection of flannel, parkas, and toques. It's like a fashion show on the streets, and everyone's strutting their stuff in layers thicker than a polar bear's fur. And let's talk about the joy of shoveling snow. You might think I'm crazy, but there's something oddly satisfying about conquering the driveway, turning it into a pristine white canvas. It's like the Winter Olympics of manual labor, complete with a gold medal in snow removal. Who needs a gym membership when you can sculpt your biceps with a snow shovel? Now, the best part is the excuse to hibernate guilt-free. When that polar vortex sweeps in, nobody judges you for canceling plans and cozying up at home. It's the perfect excuse to become one with your couch, binge-watching your favorite shows, and sipping on hot cocoa like it's the elixir of life. And hey, if anyone asks, you're not lazy, you're just practicing extreme self-care. But my favorite thing about a cold day in Canada during the polar vortex is the instant camaraderie it creates. Strangers on the street become temporary allies in the battle against the freezing wind. You exchange knowing nods and sympathy smiles as you brave the elements together. It's like we're all in this frosty adventure, and we formed an unspoken bond against the common enemy, Jack Frost. And don't even get me started on the joy of frozen lakes. Ice skating turns every Canadian into a graceful figure skater, or at least that's what we like to believe. Whether you're a triple axel pro or more of a wobbly penguin on ice, there's something liberating about gliding across a frozen lake, pretending you're competing in the Winter Olympics. So, in conclusion, my friends, when the polar vortex comes knocking, Canadians don't cower in fear. We embrace it with open arms, bundled up in layers of warmth, armed with snow shovels, and ready to turn a chilly day into a winter wonderland of fun and camaraderie. Cheers to the polar vortex, our frosty friend that turns every cold day into a Canadian adventure. You are tuned into VJAY TV, broadcasting from Canada, seen worldwide. Can anybody tell me how many days until spring?